back to In the Life of Drew. Happy New Year, everybody. I know that it is a new year, and so everybody has new resolutions and new goals. So I just wanted to come on here today and just talk about the study permit process and how I was able to get it done, my experiences, all the documents I needed and that was required to get it done. So if you haven't already, follow my TikTok, my Instagram. I've gotten a lot of comments on my TikTok about, how I was able to move from the Bahamas, which is my home country, that's where I'm from, and pull off this big transition to Canada. So, I'm not going to drag this on any longer, so let's get straight into it. All right, so first things first, you are going to make sure that this is going to be a move that you would like to take in terms of weighing out the pros and the cons. So initially, when I wanted to come to Canada, I had to do a lot of research to make sure, if this would be the right move for my family. I have a young child. She's only 4. And so I had to make sure, that this was going to be something in the long run that would make sense. All right, so just putting that out there. You have to make sure that, coming to a new country, if you're going to adjust to the weather, to the people, the community, the environment. And so another thing would be to make sure you find the perfect province that you would like to reside in. Because whatever province your school is in, you're going to basically live there. So you got to make sure that that is actually where you want to stay. And if it makes sense, So when I looked at where I wanted to stay, I kind of looked at if it was kid-friendly, if that makes sense. Because I have a young child. I wanted to make sure, there was a lot of schools nearby, my school per se, and that, a lot of kiddie activities. It wasn't like, just a bunch of adult stuff. It was more kid-friendly. So that's another thing to take into consideration about the neighborhood you're going to live in, or where your school is going to be per se. Thirdly, it's going to be your school. So you're going to have to make sure that you read the background of whatever school that you're looking at. And if tuition-wise, it looks like it's something that you would like to pay, their programs are something that you like in the long run, if you see the programs being something that can be a career. So that's just, that's just the basics. You got to make sure the school that you're choosing is going to be something that you actually like, and their programs are something that you can actually do in the future. So that's just the basics when it comes to, finding a school in a neighborhood. You just have to make sure that it's for you. And you also have to make sure that whatever school this is that you're applying to actually is a designated learning institution. So a designated learning institution is something that actually is licensed to be able to give you a study permit that makes you legal per se to have a study permit. And so you have to make sure that whatever school is participating in that licensed, they have that license for that. And then you also have to make sure that you are choosing a program that would be 2 years. The reason I would suggest you to do a 2-year and up program is because after you complete your studies, you can graduate, and then you're able to get a post-grad work permit. And you can have a post-grad work permit for about 3 years. So you got to make sure that you do a 2-year program and up. Do not do a 1-year program. You are going to fall out of status. And then when you're waiting for your PR, which is your permanent residency, you're probably going to have to go back home and wait until you get your permanent residency. So I don't suggest anybody doing like a 1-year program. All right, so after you get accepted to your school, you're going to then start your process with your study permit. So first things first, you have your acceptance letter. Once you have the acceptance letter, you can go ahead and actually start the process. So the first thing I did was I created an account. I uploaded all of my documents. So they asked me for my passport, my picture, actually a passport picture. They also asked for bank letters. So I just want to elaborate on bank letters a bit. Bank letters can consist of either you providing them, or you can have other people provide them for you. And it's kind of like a sponsorship, just to provide proof of funds so that the Canadian government knows that you are actually able to, sustain yourself while you're in school for that time period. So bank letters are super, super, super very important when it comes to your study permit process, because they want to know that you're actually able to pay for school, point blank. Okay, if you don't show that you're able to pay for school, then it's not going to work out in your favor. So you would need to definitely be able to accumulate the bank letters. Now, another thing I want to elaborate on is your letter of explanation. So that is another document you have to upload that actually consists of you explaining to the officer why you feel like you should come to school in Canada and why you would like to why would you like to obtain this study permit? Why do you want to come to school in Canada? Just elaborate on a numerous amount of things. You can also elaborate on, you're able to pay, how you're able to pay, who's going to pay for you, if you have any scholarships, all those good things. So the letter of experience is very important. I know that it does say optional, but between me and you, it is not. Anything that is listed to be submitted, you actually have to upload. Your letter of explanation is one of your most crucial documents. You're going to be explaining why you feel like you should be chosen to study in Canada. Why do you feel like, this is going to be something that in the long run is going to benefit you. So you have to explain all of that. Also explain your financial reasons, what financial background can sustain you as an international student in Canada. So that is a crucial part of your document. You're going to actually just, type up a regular essay about it, and it's going to be addressed to them. And then I had a few forms to fill out actually based on my background, and then once I uploaded the documents, I paid the fees with my card, and then the next day I got the biometrics letter. So after I paid and I submitted the documents and stuff, I got the biometrics letter, and they were like, hey, we need your biometrics. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and book my flight to the States. So I actually went to Florida, and I found the nearest office to the airport where I was staying really, and I did the biometrics. And it was a quick process. Within about 5 minutes after I went and they took my fingerprints, it was an easy process. It was really not that long. So just getting there is what you guys have to focus on. And then once you're there, you just do the fingerprints. And then after I did the biometrics, I was able to get an approval email in about 5 days. So in total, the whole process took me about 3.5 weeks, because after I uploaded all of my documents, which actually took months prior to though, because of course, waiting on the acceptance letter, then uploading all the documents, accumulating the bank letters and all that took some time. However, once I was able to upload everything and I did the biometrics, I was able to get approved within 3.5 weeks. So the biometrics appointment, I was able to book 3 weeks out. So it wasn't like they had appointments the next week or the next week after that. No. So biometrics appointments are, scheduled every 3 weeks from that particular date. So let's say I booked the appointment, I was able to book the appointment September 30th, but I got the biometrics letter from September 9th. That's because the dates available are not until 3 weeks out, which is still fine because it gave me time to, book the ticket, find a perfect flight fare, and all of that. So I didn't actually mind. And then literally when I got back, 4 days, 5 days tops, I got an email, and it was like, you have a new message in your account. Please read. And when I opened it, it was like, you were approved, and I was so happy because, I can finally see the fruits of my labor being rewarded. And I was so happy. I'm like, yay, I'm finally going to school in Canada, and I was so happy about it. So it's not going to be an easy process. I don't want this in no way or form to guarantee that it is easy. It's not an easy process, but it's definitely possible. You would just have to, accumulate things that I stated. Do lots of research to make sure that this is the move for you. It's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that it was very informative for those of you, especially from the Bahamas, where I am from, that is interested in making this big move to Canada, that it was able to assist you in some way. If you guys still have questions, you can still hit me up on TikTok. You can still message me on TikTok and Instagram. Actually, I'm still answering persons that actually wanted assistance personally. So yes, you can go ahead and use those outlets to communicate with me. So moving forward, I just hope that you guys have a blessed new year. It is now 2022, so it is time to make those those goals, yeah. Those New Year goals and resolutions. So it is time to, just look deep within and see if you want to stay where you are, if you want to go ahead and make big jumps like I did. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, guys. I appreciate you guys' support along my journey and my new life in Canada. I just thank you guys so much for your support. And you guys stay safe. Stay tuned for more. Bye.